our presentation. Basically, we'll just run through a bit of a session overview. So we're going to have a little bit of a discussion about what is AI Course Creator, how does it work. We're going to go through a bit of a practical demonstration of the application, and I'll actually take you on and we'll create a course. We're going to go through how to edit a course once the AI has done the work for you in terms of generating it, and how you can then share that content across different platforms. So we'll also look at how you can use themes to brand up your courses and make them look beautiful. And you'll also discuss pricing and how that works. And yeah, we'll also talk about the launch. So what is AI Course Creator? Basically, it's an incredible AI-powered e-learning authoring tool. It's basically does 90% of the work for you in terms of content generation. You can generate content on any subject matter, whether it be vocational education, higher ed, K-12, non-accredited, basically any subject matter you want. We've even had some fun creating courses on how to train zombies. So that's how diverse you can get if you need to create a course on how to train zombies. We've really focused on creating a user interface that's designed for anybody to be able to jump in and create a course without any prior understanding or use of the platform. That's been a big focus in terms of keeping everything simple. We've there's the ability to use AI to also edit and add further content once the content's been generated, and basically you can incorporate any rich media elements into your course content as well, like video, media, so images, audio, and most other media formats that you can use digitally. And you can basically integrate your course with any learning management system that's LTI compliant. So for those of you that are eSkilled clients, our LMS is LTI compliant. I have no problem sharing that. There are certain LMSs that may not have capability. That's something that I would recommend checking if you're wanting to integrate that way. Our system will also allow you to integrate using iframes and just a URL as well. So if you don't have an LMS, that won't be a problem. So how does it work? So, and how are we different? So basically, I mentioned earlier, eSkilled and Training Resources Group have really combined. So we've basically pulled out instructional design teams from our other companies and paired them up with our software and software developers and our AI team. And so basically they've been working together to bring the quality of our course content up to the speed of, up to the same level as our instructional design team is writing to at the moment. The challenge, and therein lies, has been the challenge for us in terms of being able to produce quality content that's usable for education and across numerous sectors. Being able to get the depth and breadth right with enough practical examples, case studies, etc., has been really important, and it's also the reason why we've taken a lot longer to get bring this product to market than probably some of the other products that you find out there. And I believe it's the difference if you have a look at eSkilled Course Creator to some of the other AI course creation tools, is that I think we're worlds apart in terms of the breadth and depth and quality of the content that our systems produce. So I've had a look at quite a lot of systems up to date, and most of them are pretty summary in terms of the content that they produce and not overly useful if you actually want to take that course and deliver it in the real world. So that's been a big focus for us. All of our course content that's generated uses the tell, show, do method. So we've trained the AI engine that we've developed to follow that methodology. So basically, information will be whatever subject matter you're delivering will be, the topic will be introduced. Practical examples will be provided, in-depth discussion, and then generally there'll be a case study and real-world examples to put that learning into action so students can actually understand, how it's applied in the real world. We use beautiful themes that I discussed earlier that you can adapt and change to your own organizational branding and style. But what that does is it allows you to populate that content into really beautiful themes and be able to get that course delivered really quickly without a huge amount of editing. It already looks nice from the outset. And yeah, obviously we can publish that to SCORM. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the terminology of SCORM, SCORM is a standard e-learning format used by most e-learning authoring tools, and it allows information to be shared with your learning management system on the learner progression, and obviously allows you to add a lot of interactivity. And we'll go and have a look at what that looks like actually in the system shortly anyway. But the good thing about SCORM is, basically, if you've got a learning management system, your students' grades, or basically how they perform in their activities, like their quizzes, all that information is sent back to your learning management system, so you can get all that data and report on progress of your learners through the course. So I've done enough talking. So the next thing we'll do is we'll jump into the system, and we'll actually have a look at a practical demonstration within the platform. I'm just going to bring a screen over for you. Just bear with me. So we'll just bring this one over. Here we go. So so I'll just jump back to home. So when you log into our system, it's fairly simple to navigate. You've literally got a create course button, a view course list button, or a view course themes button. So if we go to the view course list here, this is where any courses that you've created will display. And you can edit those courses, view them, publish them, share them, do whatever you want. So these are some courses that we've created, and that's the How to Grow Zombies course that I was talking about earlier. So what we'll do first of all is we might go and create a course. So basically the flow that I'll do is we'll create a course. It takes around about 12 minutes to create a course. So what I'm going to do is set it on its merry way, and then I'll take you through some courses we've already created, and then we'll jump back at the end and actually have a look at the generated output. In this process, we're going to get you involved in helping me create the course. So if you can share in chat, so I'm going to go click here on this create course button, and it takes us to a course wizard. So what I'd like you to do is in the chat, if you could share some course ideas, and Will's going to choose, so that's course names or topics. And we'll choose one of those, and I'll enter those into the course wizard.
Yeah, it's just under the questions section. So if you put a question with a topic that we can build the course around, we'll choose one of those and generate.
Is that little question mark at the top right-hand side?
That's the question mark. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we've got a few topics. We've got academic skills, horticulture, risk management, got to work safely at heights units, got a Cert 3 business. I think we can't do a full qual. It had to be a unit or a topic within that.
Yeah, it's going to work better with a unit or a topic. I'll let you choose, Will. Let's kick it off.
Let's do critical thinking skills. It's the middle of the group.
Okay, so what we'll put is, for that, I'll just put young adults starting. So basically the next area here, we're going to describe our audience. So for this, I'll just put young adults starting in the workforce. Now, in that describe your audience, it's also an opportunity if you had students with language literacy and numeracy, challenges, you would want to put those there. They might have a particular reading level that you're hoping for the course to be written at. So say maybe you want a year 8 reading level to keep the literacy fairly basic for anyone to be able to understand. So that's where you would enter anything about your audience. If you're an RTO, obviously you've got a lot of that information that you can copy and paste straight from your training and assessment strategy. So then the next thing that you're going to do is describe your course in detail. And I'm just going to let the AI work this out, but obviously the more detail that you give it here, it will make sure that it aligns any content to whatever, you might want some particular topics covered or whatever it might be. If you're delivering a unit of competence, there's a point later on in the wizard where you can actually upload the unit. So you wouldn't, if you're delivering a unit, for instance, and you've got a document-based structure that you can upload, then you wouldn't need to add any further detail here. You could just use that. You could actually copy and paste the unit of competence information into here as well, or any other. If you're doing non-accredited or higher ed K-12, again, you can upload curriculum documents or describe whatever you're delivering there. Basically, that you can just categorize your courses. So this one we'll probably put into the business category. You can, if the category that you want isn't there, you can add it, and it will add it to the system as a category as well. The navigation sets the course up in terms of how the student can navigate the e-learning course at the end. So if you choose free, they'll be able to freely navigate throughout the course. If you choose linear, they will need to progress in order through the topics as per the navigation within the e-learning course that you create. So we've got heaps of beautiful themes to choose from. Basically, it's just a matter of choosing something that's going to align to your content. Where you see images on a cover page there, like these children, if you like that cover page, but you don't want an image of children, that's fine. When you go into the editor, you can change the cover image, so you don't need to be worried about that. Just choose a thing that looks like what you want to deliver. Critical thinking. Let's make it. I don't know, a bit businessy. So I'm going to go with this professional one, and go next. So basically, next we set our breadth and depth. So we've got 3 options: focused, which is basically more like a short course. Say you're wanting to deliver onboarding training and cybersecurity or something like that to new employees, you might choose focused. In the vet sector, because we've got a lot of vet sector people here, we would choose comprehensive. Depending on whatever you choose there, that's going to determine how long it takes to generate, just because comprehensive is going to be obviously a lot longer than focus. Language settings allow us to choose the correct language. So, a lot of AI stuff is very US centric. We've got it so you can set, English UK to make sure you get rid of all those Z's and make sure the spelling's in our context here in Australia. But if you are delivering a course overseas, like we were speaking to a client the other day that delivers training here in Australia, but they've got a client that's delivering the same training in New Caledonia. They could create the same course in French. And we've done quite a lot of testing with languages across a number of different subject matter areas, and it's working really, really well. So that's pretty cool. And if there's great opportunities there for training organisations that then want to look offshore to working with partners. So tone of voice sets the tone of voice that the course is going to be written in. I'm just going to choose casual. There's some pretty wacky ones there, probably dramatic and funny are probably some of the more dramatic ones. Probably not going to deliver too many dramatic training or funny trainings unless you've got the right context. But there are some good ones like casual, professional, and encouraging that I think work well in an education context. Setting the country is important from a number of reasons, but particularly all that contextual stuff. So if you select Australia, your course is going to be written to an Australian context using, referencing codes of practice and case studies, and any legislation is going to be referenced according to our Australian context. So that really helps in terms of making sure that your course is going to be delivered in the correct context. And then this other context window is where you would add anything else that's in your training and assessment strategy that you want to make sure that has been addressed in the course. Now, for RTOs or even non-accredited our learning and development instructional designers or trainers that are wanting to create content for a particular client, say if you had BHP as a client, you might put, use BHP in all the case studies for this course, or as the case study for this course, and it will then use practical talk about that course subject matter in action using that organization as the case study. It will also, so adding other things like environmental case studies. Say you want it in the context of mining. Maybe you've got a leadership, or maybe even this unit or this course matter, critical thinking, but in the context of mining or drilling or whatever it might be, you can add that context and it will use all the practical examples and scenarios and case studies aligned to that context. So yeah, this window is really important for really telling the AI what you want it to focus on in terms of your course and subject matter. So after that, it's just a matter of uploading curriculum documents. So there is a critical thinking BSB unit. So if you wanted to, you could just upload the assessment requirements and the unit here, and it will align that course to that unit. We've done lots of training, lots of testing on that. And then lastly, it's going to put a quiz at the within the course, and so typically the quizzes sit at the end of each topic or subtopic, and you can choose what type of questions. At the moment, we have true or false, single choice, and multiple choice questions. You can also we'll also be adding other options like drag and drop and stuff down in the future, but this is what we'll be launching with initially. And so then you've got the option to create the outline manually or actually go and generate with AI. Obviously, we're going to show you the AI version. So basically what we're going to do is set that off and start generating. Yes, we want to create that. So basically what the system is going to do, it's going to create our first outline, our course outline first. And so this is little eBot. He's our mascot who helps you out in all of your AI generation tasks. So at the moment, he's creating that course outline and whipping it up for us to have a look at. It takes around about 30 seconds to a minute. There we go, it's completed. So yeah, so we've got understanding critical thinking, defining critical thinking, importance of it in the workplace, key components. So this is our course outline. I might, maybe I want to talk about the importance of AI in the workplace before we define it. Probably wouldn't, but if I wanted to, I can move these topics around and reorganize those. If I felt like something was missing from this course outline, I can add it as a topical subtopic and basically reorder things if I think they could be better structured. So that's just an opportunity to overlook everything and make sure it's going to align to what I'm hoping. Because we've gone comprehensive, you can see it's going to be a really comprehensive course. So from there, we're going to come down here and we're going to generate AI, and then we'll leave the AI to generate it, and I'll take you through and show you some already created courses. So yeah, so eBot's now going to do his thing. You'll notice down the bottom he's starting with topic 2, so he's already created topic 1, and he's got 40 topics to create. So we're going to leave him working on that, and yeah, so he'll keep you updated as he goes along. We've got an updated animation here, which is a bit more fun as well, coming so in the final release. Yeah, cool. So let's jump across to, let's have a look at a course. So this is the course that it's already created, critical thinking skills. So it's already created the course here, and now it's just building out the outline. So we actually have an apply critical thinking work practices. So we might actually go and have a look at this one as an actual completed course that we've done a little bit of styling on. So just letting you know, that's taking a little while to load. This is not on our production servers at the moment. So when we go live, it'll actually be a lot faster than that. So basically, we're going to hit start course. So basically, this is our sort of completed e-learning course. We had our team just go through and add some, nice images to make it look nice, etc. But so this is the end product after you go through and add, a few images. But all the text that you see is being generated by our course creator. So there's little things like little click to reveal widgets that you can add in the editor, and we'll go through and have a look at the editor really soon. But you can see it looks really nice. We've kind of styled it similarly to, for those of you might be aware of it, similar to the Rise format, just purely because we like that format from a learner perspective. It's nice and linear and it helps them navigate easily through the content. So on the course pages here, and obviously the student can navigate using the menu on the left hand side. You'll notice that as I move down through the menu items, it's tracking my progress. All that progress is also tracking in the back end and would be reported back to your learning management system as well. So you would know, if the student got down to here, they'd be 9% complete through the course, and you'd be able to track that via your learning management system. You'll note that I just skipped a topic there, and it's showing me that I haven't read it yet. So it's pretty easy for learners to actually stay up to stay up to speed with where they're at in the course, even if they are jumping from topic to topic. If we'd set that to linear navigation on this, I wouldn't be able to jump ahead. I would only be able to move from topic to topic. But yeah, so basically we can style things up really nicely and really quickly. You'll notice that at the end of each topic, there's a quiz. So that's all generated by AI as well. Wow, I got that right. That's how good multiple guesses, right? I didn't even look at the answer and I got it right. So basically we can, there's quizzes to just check for understanding. And there's basically lots of ways that you can style up your courses to make them look really beautiful. So a course like this, it takes about 12 minutes to generate the whole unit of competence in terms of text. You'll notice that it puts in case studies. So, this is a scenario in the Australian construction industry where a project is consistently delayed. So if you had put construction as your industry context in that context window, then it'll write to that context, which is really awesome. If you work with, Queensland Rail or, whatever client, you can write to whatever context that client needs. And literally in minutes, it's a real game changer. And particularly, obviously, with Asqua, if you're a vet provider, requiring you to show how you've contextualized your course to your learners, to your industry context and all of that, this will do that literally in about 12 minutes. Let's just jump back. Where did I have that? So we're about 12 topics through generation now. So so basically, I think you get the idea. Nice and interactive. You can embed videos, and I think there might be a video somewhere in this example. But yeah, you can embed videos from YouTube or upload videos. Here we go.
Critical thinking is all about asking questions.
So students can full screen the video if they want, and that hasn't been centered. It probably would look nicer centered, but yeah, that's just a design thing. Basically students work their way through until they've completed the course like they would in any course. So that's a completed product. So typically what happens once that generation is finished, it will drop you into this screen, which is the same unit and course that we're just looking at, but it's in the design screen. So from here, we can go through and edit the content. So similarly to in the course outline, we've got the same drag and drop functionality. So maybe I want to move that video up to the top because I like it better there. We can move the content around here. We can add any media, images. Before you would have seen some examples with an image on the left and text on the right, etc. So that's where you can choose your different design options, and it will add those little widgets. So basically we just grab it, and if I wanted to put an image here, I can just drag that onto the screen and then literally just upload an image from I'm glad you chose critical thinking, because I was actually just playing with this literally before. So yeah, so we can throw some images in there to make it look nice. Yeah, and add whatever we want. The other cool functionality is there's a number of AI assistant tools within the editor as well. So you've got all your standard, text editing options that you'd have in any most applications, but you've also got this little AI assistant widget, and that'll allow you to expand, bullet point, or summarize the text, which is really cool. Another really cool feature is I can generate a this page doesn't have a case study, for instance, so I could ask it to use the AI assistant over here, which gives me a few other options, which is generate a practical example, a case study, or a scenario. So I might want to generate a case study that covers just this subtopic. So I'm going to ask the AI to do that. So yeah, so now you can see I've got this case study around critical thinking and how that was used in the Australian bushfires based on 2019 to 2020 case study. So pretty powerful, because you can actually give that learning in an actual real world context, so they can apply what they've learned to a real world scenario, and it's super quick. So yeah, that's really cool. And then I might want to drag that up before the quiz, because yeah, you want to have a quiz at the end. And yeah, probably didn't have defined thinking skills down there. That would probably be at the top. But yeah, so I think you get the idea. We can drag and drop and move content around. We can use our AI editing tools to add text, image, multimedia. We can add in quizzes manually if we want. Accordion was the example that you saw before, where you could click to reveal and it would, expand open a section, and you could see some text and images in those different sections. So pretty quick. In our, a lot of the testing that we've done, 12 minutes to generate the course content, and then if you allowed 2-3 hours to style it up the way that you want with images and videos from YouTube, just to really embed that learning, you could have a really beautiful course for a whole unit of competence completed in around about half a day. Just to give you an idea, this same course developed by our instructional design team to the same standard would take 4 weeks for the content. That's just the words on the page. And then it would take another 2 weeks for our e-learning team to take that content and convert it into a interactive SCORM package, similar to what I showed you before. So, it really is a game changer in terms of what you can do in a very short amount of time. Super powerful tool. So let's jump back and see how our mate's going over here. So he's halfway through. So while he's doing that, we'll jump in and we'll have a look at the themes. That's actually for a lot of topics, 40 topics. I probably should have got rid of a few before I generated it, just for the purpose of the demonstration. But anyway, we've got a bit to go through, so we'll go through that and hopefully it'll be finished by the end. So basically the themes, you'll see here, at the moment there's 18. By the time we launch, there'll be around 48 ready to go. So our goal is to have sort of subject matter and styles that fit most scenarios: mining, construction, early childhood fitness, hospitality, you name it. But really, it doesn't matter if the style that you want isn't there. You can just choose the style that you like, and you can duplicate that, and you can add whatever images and styling you want. Similarly, in the course outline, sorry, let's go back here to the editor. So this is the cover page, right? So I can change cover page images, and so whatever theme you choose when you go through the course creation, you can change the style here, and you can also change the cover page image. So even once you've created the course with a particular theme, you can edit that. You can also go back to your course settings if you didn't like the theme you chose, and change the theme as well by just by editing the course. So yeah, you'll see it's pretty easy to navigate. The other thing that you can do while I'm here is, if say you've finished your course, and while you're going through and doing your validation or whatever it might be, maybe you're mapping it, and maybe the AI missed one critical aspect that you think that it should have, but you've already generated it. You can go back and edit your topics. You can add in a topic, and then you can go and generate that topic as well. So you don't have to go and recreate the whole course. Just return to course. Yeah, so you can add that topic, and then in your editor, you've got in your AI assistant, you can, if it's a blank topic, it'll give you an option to generate that topic using your AI assistant as well. So yeah, themes can all be edited. Everything's completely malleable. So basically, once I open up a theme, I can change the style. We have 6 different styles, and then we've got a bunch of color formats and stuff like that. So you've got a huge number of variations. You can add, if you wanted to, if you're starting to get a lot of themes, you could actually start adding, organizing your themes into business, construction, using categories as well, just to keep everything nice and tidy. Within your themes, everything is editable, from the cover page images, the background images. So you might want to add your logo on this cover page, for instance, or a client's logo if you're delivering that particular course for a particular client. You might want to change any colors. So even the styling, right down to what colors are on the buttons on your cover page, are all changeable via these themes. So it really makes it easy. I don't know if any of you have ever used programs like Articulate or e-learning authoring tools, but often you need a driver's license to drive them. The learning curve is really steep. What we've tried to do is just make it super simple. So basically, all your different headings within your course, you can set all the heading colors and everything here. So when it generates that course at the end, it's going to follow that styling. So it really minimizes what you have to do at the end. Let's save that. I'll just cancel that. So so that's our themes. Let's see how our content's going. 32. Okay, I'm going to keep moving. We'll come back and have a look at that. Probably shouldn't have chosen a 40 topic course, but you live and you learn. So let's jump back to our presentation, and I'll go through some of the other aspects, and we'll come back and have a look at that. So basically, pricing, which is often a common question we get asked, what does it cost? It's super duper affordable. Basically, a starter package starts at $89 a month, and that will give you one course creator, and that course creator has 750 generation credits. So the way generation credits work is based on how much content you're producing via the platform, and the reason for that is our system connects to our AI engine, and our AI engine is connected to ChatGPT 4.0. So it's using the best model in the world to produce the content, and that model across the API, that model charges us in generation credits. So basically, we just have to package generation credits into your package, otherwise we go broke. Oh, sorry, let me go back. So basically, just to give you an idea of what value you get in 750,000 credits, because it sounds like a lot, but that would give you around about, at comprehensive level, like this level where we've got 40 topics, it would create around about 7 courses like this, so 7 units of competence at a comprehensive level. So if you did the math on that, what, $89 for 7 units of competence. Yeah, I think it's pretty amazing. Like I said, that's 6 weeks typically for us to create a unit like that. We invest literally, yeah, thousands of dollars in the same content. So if you were doing shorter courses, obviously you'll get, in terms of depth and breadth, you'll get a lot more generation credits for your value. Yeah, so basically they move up from there. That'll allow, at this level, you can connect to one LMS. If you've got multiple LMSs, yeah, you'd need to move up to a greater package. That's just because obviously you'll have more sharing and more bandwidth usage as you're yeah, sharing courses across multiple LMSs. And at an enterprise level, so at the other end of the spectrum, yeah, you get 10 million generation credits for LMSs, etc. So in terms of cost, it's pretty good, I think, in terms of value for money. And I think particularly given the quality of the output, which I think you'll find, yeah, we do best. So we're at 39. Oh, I think we're just wrapping up over here on the generation credits, but while he's just putting the finishing touches on that course, actually I'll just show you the last bit because it's going to pop out and it's kind of exciting. So you saw him mixing up the ingredients before. He's just put it in the oven, which tells us he's pretty close. He's waiting for the finished goods. So we might as well put the countdown. By the way, there we go. Course is complete. And it's just compiling it. And here we go. So we've got a critical thinking course ready to go. So we're in that editing screen. I might not like that image. I can quickly go and change that cover image to whatever I want. And then basically this gives you an idea. It comes through, unstyled, just as text. And from there we can use our styling tools to add images and break that up. And yeah, make sure looks beautiful. But in terms of text on the page, examples of critical thinking in workplace scenarios, benefits, impact. So yeah, and remembering this is comprehensive, so you can see there's a lot of, it's really in depth in terms of the level that of the comprehensiveness of the content that it's getting across. So yeah, so that's basically the generation from start to finish, and yeah, then it's just a matter of styling that up to make it look and feel the way that you want to. So this banner image as well, and the themes, we could have our logo up here if we wanted, just by editing that thing. So jumping back, hopefully you like that. We're pretty excited with the outputs, and yeah, really excited to be bringing it to market. So yeah, coming back to this slide, if you're interested, basically everyone that's attending here will be given a free trial. If you scan that QR code and just navigate on the page, there's a form on the page that takes you, I think it's actually at the bottom of the page, but there's also a join waitlist button at the top. Either of those will enter you into our list where we'll be emailing out everybody on the 1st of July with a free trial. Basically, you'll be able to get in and have a go and create your own course just like I did, and have a look for yourself in terms of the quality of the outputs. And yeah, look, we're keen to get your feedback too. So if you do that free trial and there's things that you love or there's things that you would like to see in the application, we'd be keen to get your feedback and yeah, take that on board and yeah, hopefully put that into sort of future versions. So at the moment, this product is a learning and formative assessment. It's really a learning tool, with your formative assessments built in. But eventually we will be taking it further, because this is a question we often get: does it do summative assessment? Not at this point, but we will be building in summative assessments. So more that will align to whatever curriculum. So if you want to basically produce an entire course, including all of your summative assessment, it will do that in the not too distant future. So after we launch, we'll be working on that next. That's a bit of a summary on the tool. I hope you liked it. I'd like to just flip everything back to